Welcome to CARDESIGN.ACADEMY and the beginning of the interior for my SL coupe study, which I've been doing as a series of demos, starting with this form study for a manned aerial vehicle, and then literally morphing that into a vehicle using the rig chassis as a dimensional model. And I wanted to do this very sleek, elegant Mercedes SL coupe design, which has, of course, the very prominent three-pointed star, but a totally new take on how that three-pointed star integrates into the lighting graphic, and also in the rear lighting graphic as well. And then the rest of the vehicle just has this very just aerodynamic, windswept overall shape. So we're going to start to get onto the interior. And the first thing that I like to do is to work on the parts of the interior that mate to the exterior. And that would be namely the headliner, and then just like a general overall tub for the interior. So I'm going to start with the headliner first. And so what I have the glass here separated. I'm going to just duplicate that and set it to this glass layer, which I'm going to put into transparency. Actually, I'm going to just turn it off for now. And so this is actually going to be my headliner piece. I have as a guide all of the cut lines that I developed for the door and headliner. And so what I'm going to be doing is starting to cut up this shape so that it fits very, very flush to that outer glass surface. And then it has like sort of a thickness to it that gives you the pillar sections and everything. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start by going into polygon view. And just literally, I'm going to start by adding some geometry here. Actually, first thing I'm going to do is just turn off the exterior, just so we have that. So what I'm going to do is actually just literally delete away some of these unnecessary pieces. We'll start with that. We're also going to delete the rear section as well, because we're not going to need that. That's going to be hidden under the pillar area. So if I turn that back on, you can see I get something that's more or less like the cut lines, but I'm gonna be starting to fine tune that, and just using the top of the side glass as a guide. We're going to have to add additional geometry as we go, but this is just the starting point. So I'm going to add some additional geometry because what I really want to do is add an additional cutaway for a skylight in the gull wing door. So you can see that the door cut is so if I turn on the exterior again, the door cut's going to go up and over, and it's going to be, a gull wing, similar to the original classic Mercedes design. So this gives you a little bit better idea. It's very rough at this point, but we'll refine it from there. So I'm just going to go in and just refine some of the points. We're going to add additional points just to give definition to this skylight. Everything's going to get very rough for a little while here. But once I think I'm getting it close, I'm going to bring in the glass layer again and just double check and see how close we are. I'm adding additional geometry just to be able to give some section to the pillar. Give myself some additional control. Get as close as I can to the shut lines. So what I'm building here is a material thickness where the roof structure would go through the door, and then a structure that goes around this skylight to form the door frame for the gull wing. So I'm starting to get a little bit close. So what I'm going to do is turn on the actually I'm going to give this like a brighter color. I don't need this either. I'm going to give this thing a brighter color, like a red. And that way, as it intersects the glass, I can tell if I'm going too high or too low. So I'm going to grab the glass, leave it transparent, bring it down to where it was. And now I can see where I'm too high and where I'm too low. You can see where the headliner is protruding through. I'm going to lock that layer now, turn on my control points, and now I can just continue editing. Trying to get as close as I can to the outer glass surface. So this will have the appearance of like what we call fritting, window fritting, which is that black paint you see on the side, on the edges of glass in a vehicle, which is usually there to hide the tolerance or the imperfection between the the interior trim and the exterior metal. There's a lot of imperfection built into vehicles from for factory production. I'd like to get this this skylight area a little closer to the shape of the rear. So what I might do is delete another section here. That's looking fairly close. So the next thing I'm going to do is start to add some thickness. So I'm going to turn on auto select loops. I'm also going to go into my layers now and turn off the glass. I'm going to turn off the exterior too. I'm also going to turn off vertical lock because I'm going to be having to get underneath this thing. So vertical lock is something that I usually leave turned on just so I stay oriented pretty well. So I'm going to start to add some thickness to this headliner. Now this is might as well go back to more of a we'll do clay material, and we're going to make it like a dark. We'll make it like a medium gray for now, but eventually it's going to go dark gray. Actually, let's leave it red for now because I think it'll just be easier for you to see in the video. This is all eventually going to be like a non-reflective material, but let's just stick with this for now for illustration purposes. So we're going to add some thickness to this. We're going to turn on auto select loops. And first thing I'm going to do is extrude some thickness for this skylight. I'm also going to extrude a thickness for the headliner for the top of the DLO or the side glass. Extrude that in, and then same thing. I'm going to extrude in at a bit of an angle for the A pillar. You can see it's quite thick what I've done here. So then I'm going to start to do some adjusting. And you see I'm trying my best to align the polygons. So that when I join them, everything flows together really nicely. So I go ahead and do the back end of this here. And I'm just angling in the back edge of this headliner, so that as I look at it from back here, I don't see huge thickness. Cars today have to have fairly thick structures for crash protection. And the headliner is the piece that conceals all of that. So now I'm going to begin to connect all of this stuff underneath. A little bit painstaking, but you'll see it'll all pay off in the end. Okay, so we have a few sections here that are not aligning in terms of polygonal structure. So what I'm going to do now is start to add some additional edge loops just to control the edges of the pillar. So if I turn this on, you can see it's very, very soft. So first thing I want to do is add some additional edge loops here. Where the headliner meets the glass, we want to have a hard edge. And then for all of the interior surfaces, we want soft edges to control, to control crash protection and things like that. So you can see there's quite a bit of thickness here. Now I need to go in and resolve these areas of different polygon counts. So I'm just going to add an edge here locally. That'll enable me to control that. So now if I turn it on smooth view, you can see it's very well controlled. Again, this is all going to be a non-reflective material, so it really isn't that important that it be perfect, perfect surfaces. So the same thing back here. Again, trying to get to four-sided shapes. So if I turn this on now, it's quite controlled. So now if I put on a non-reflective shader and make it dark, a dark gray or even almost black, you can see it looks like a piece of upholstered material. So when I turn on the exterior and I turn on the glass, it has this very, very clean, refined look to it. So that is how you do a headliner. And in the next video, I'm going to design the main tub of the interior that we can start to design a theme around. But as you can see, just having that headliner and the transparent glass, really gives an extra layer of realism and detail. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time at CARDESIGN.ACADEMY.